Belgium Grand Prix, and we're heading to qualifying here today.
Yeah, last time out in Baku, very eventful race.
Yeah.
Hopefully this race should live up to the billing.
Yeah.
Quite an old track. A lot
Yes,
of
it
infamous
is.
turns.
One of the oldest tracks on this calendar. They're heading definitely with Monza as well as and Silverstone, which is the next round, I believe. So we will have two old tracks here. So it will be very interesting to know as we have the Williams letting through the Ferrari. Who's out on his outlap, says Arda, who's hopefully hoped to get a better weekend than he did in Imola and Baku. So should be interesting too. Reed getting a win yesterday, which puts him back into this massive
And
title
Olaf
fight we
spun it
have.
round, and Olaf has lost his front wing on the formation lap, so that Olaf
On the
will...
outlap, yeah.
I mean, Albo. Sorry, not Olaf, Albo has, he
Albo.
spun it round on the
Yeah, he's
outlap,
lost an
so...
end plate. He has lost an end plate on the outlap, so he will have to be back in the pits. But it's a good waste of a tyre that. Everyone coming out for pit stop support from Mr. Basil, Shrek on DVD, and Albert. So it should be very no for them.
Is that
Probably waiting for a
Callum's
tyre
going to
grip.
go... Callum's going to be the person for the first lap?
So Callum is going to be the first person out on his first lap. So we will go on board with him. No point going on board with any other driver who are on their outlap at the moment. Trouble's in sector 3. That doesn't look like a Mercedes issue. Well, I'm pretty sure. So that is Reed probably going first. Sam letting Finky through. So Sam will go first on his lap as Reed looks to gather his subsume off his teammates. We're going for the DRS zone for Callum. Gets a decent grip out of turn 1. Troubles in sector 3 again. I think that's a issue between the two McLarens who are trying to guess it, giving themselves a gap through, giving themselves a tow as the Red Bull separates them up. Then people through. Reed. Oh, that's Callum out. Callum is out.
Oh, no.
Must have been up in Eau Rouge. That's why Reed puts in the fastest first sector here.
That's not good for the Williams team.
No, it's not. He will be starting at the back of the grid. And I've seen some people have chosen the medium tyre to start with in this 22 lap race. So Arda and Michael chooses to go on the medium tyres first. Probably just scrubbing that in, not a waste of any of the soft tyres yet. As I'm guessing that's another Ferrari off in sector 1 and 2. And that might be Olav. Olav is off. He's going a bit slower. Looks like he's regaining the track. Looking at the map data as we're heading down to turn 15. As again, Reed puts in a solid sector 2. Looks like he will go fastest of them all. Sam will put in the first lap though, so it will be interesting what he puts in first. I'm guessing that's the Red Bull letting the Ferrari, or no, that's the Alfa Romeo pass. So heading into the bus stop section now. And Sam puts it in 1 minute 44, but I'm guessing Reed will go quicker than that. 2 seconds above his teammates.
That's a brilliant lap
what
time
a
from
lap.
Reed there, just to set that banker lap.
Yeah. 2 seconds on the pace. I'm guessing that's Arda going through the bus stop chicane now. Will he go faster than Sam? Looks like he will. Yes, he does. Just by a couple of attempts, though. Goes quicker than Sam. And Sam retires. Sam is out of qualifying here. Ooh, it's not looking good for him. Not at all.
His bad luck continues. He's got consistent bad luck. Do you think it is? You'll have to start looking at if it's the driver's fault or if it is just bad luck, because you can't always have bad luck, can you?
Yeah. And that is Mackenzie putting himself 4th place. McLarens are hoping they can put themselves onto that front row yet again. Obviously, bit of bad luck in Baku, but Michael has won 2 races, and the last 2 races, well, I've been here anyway. That's Mackenzie giving Michael a bit of slipstream. Very good play from his teammate. He lets him
Yeah.
by.
Brilliant teamwork there.
Because Michael on those medium tyres on his proper lap. So we're going to see what he can put in for this McLaren team. Be a great strat for him. Definitely. To see himself in the mediums going the longest. It will be probably a medium to hard tyre selection unless we do have a safety car for those medium runners. We'll most likely look to a medium soft race.
Yeah, I do predict there will be a safety car. Knowing some of the people in this league, not trying to belittle anyone, but I do think there'll be some mistakes, like we did see. Oh, and that's Michael, that's Mackenzie who's gone round. He's lost his front wing. Mackenzie has spun. Yeah, just as I was saying, they're all drivers, just like them and Mackenzie's done. There'll be some mistakes for sure.
Yeah. Can we just say, the Alfa Romeos, who've ran 2 perfectly good races the last 2 weekends, have proven very, very well that they are in the hunt for a good midfield battle. Definitely the likes of Williams, and hopefully Bastian can get himself back up to the place. And that's Michael just up short of his teammate there. So
could you say that Alfa Romeo are fighting for the best of the rest?
Definitely. They will be fine. Oh, and that's Josh Button going on the front row with Reed. Wow, what a lap. He goes above Arda, who is on those medium tyres, remember. So if he does go on that soft... And Albo, never mind it. Josh on the second row.
That from Albo.
And Albo goes second quickest and sticks in the front row with Reed.
And
Would you
left.
say second place is the best position to be in Belgium?
Yeah, because you've got that inside line down to turn 1.
Yeah.
Just all depends on the start. I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't put it past whoever's on pole to get a good start, but like Imola, you kind of do, want to start on second place.
Yeah. Second place looks like the place to be here for some drivers, and it does work out well. Looking into real life as well with Sebastian Vettel, who got a great run down into Eau Rouge and did overtake Lewis Hamilton. Obviously, with the iconic moments. Will we see that today? Probably with the Ferrari on the Mercedes. See a little bit of deja vu with the two. So, definitely will be interesting to see.
Yeah, and there's a lot of connection issues. So we have Reed, who has left the session, and Arda, who are not in the session currently. So if you've got good connection, then you've got to have a good chance of being... Oh, yeah, and...
It's Mr. Basil out,
Yeah,
Mr. Basil is out. Oof. It's looking good for him. Just looking on, Albert had a great slipstream off the Ferrari, so that'll definitely push him on for a high place, looking to slot him in the 6th or even the 5th row in today's race. Will be looking interesting for him. Gets around the bus stop section well. And that does slot him 3rd place. Never mind, he goes 3rd. Slots him onto the 2nd row. Wasn't expecting that one. That is a great lap by Albert. Great lap.
Very unexpected.
Yeah. There it is. Looks like the McLaren need to step up their game now then, if they want to have a chance over Albert and that stuff.
So who do you think is getting on pole today?
Looks like it's a Reed. Looking like a Reed pole today.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. Reed was brilliant in Azerbaijan, completely consistent the whole way through the race. Didn't have any bad luck, so there's no reason why Reed will lose that lose that good luck. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's Olav. Not even realising Olav puts himself 3rd. So will be interesting. Ferrari 2nd and 3rd, and Reed defending by himself. So
Yeah, he
He
needs.
won't have his teammates. Sam will need to make up some places here. He won't have Reed. Won't have his teammate to protect him this time. Definitely into turn one. Turn one is going to be very, very dangerous. Definitely for some of the other drivers here who like to try and send it. Hope it pays off eventually. But if that infamous send doesn't pay off, then you're in trouble. Very, very in trouble.
Yeah, you are. I just hope they keep it clean at turn one.
Yeah.
So we ask.
Because if you're in that middle of the pack into turn one, you could be infamous. If you dodge it well, you dodge it well.
Yeah,
So,
but people just got to use their brains. They need to know.
yeah. So McLaren's not doing so well here, running 8th and 9th, just above the Haas by a second. So, I mean, and only lucky that some of the drivers who were struggling to put out a lap in the first place, and that's Mackenzie invalidating it. Oof, that's not looking good for him. Definitely not at all.
But Plug hasn't got a lap in yet, so we're wondering to see what Plug's gonna do.
Yeah, well, hopefully he can set a lap in this lap plug. Well, that's Olaf stuck by the pit lane, as you can see. Yeah, Olaf got stuck
he's got
within
no
the
front
pit
wing.
lane. Yeah, got stuck
Ooh.
within the pit lane.
Speak of the
And
devil.
Plug sticks it pole position for the. I'm pretty sure it's Dutch. The Dutchman, not Dutch. My bad.
Danish.
Danish man. The Danish man sticks it on pole above Reed. Wow, what a lap. The Red Bull
Yeah, we were just
must
talking
be
about him.
happy with that one. Really, really happy with that one. Because that's a great lap. 3 tenths separating the two. The Ferraris now need to capitalise on that situation. And hopefully they can gain more time on Reed. And that's the Alfa Romeo sticking it onto the second row. Wow. Again, like I said,
Talking
Alfa
about the best of the
Romeo.
rest team.
Yeah.
Today they are third. So
Yeah.
if he can hold that, which I don't think he can because we have got some brilliant drivers who still need to put their laps in, but if he can hold that, that'd be brilliant for him.
Yeah. We talk about the drivers of Alfa Romeo being one of the best of the rest teams out of the top 4, definitely, and they've showed us why they are one of the good teams that this season, and definitely the ones to watch.
Yeah, we do know that we have confirmation that Michael and Mackenzie are in a party together, so they should have some good teamwork. Like some other people, I don't think Reed and Sam are in a party together, so
Yeah. Well, hold your
you can see how
horses.
the teamwork pays off during this race.
Michael has gone quicker than his last lap into towards the second sector, so this could be a saving grace for McLaren and definitely for Michael's championship lead on Reed, Olav, and Albo and Arda. Where will Michael set this on the soft tyres? He will go 5th fastest above Olav. Definitely a saving grace. Definitely a saving grace for.
I don't think he can go faster than this though, Michael. He needs, if he wants any chance of winning this championship, he needs to consistently get. He didn't have a good time out in Baku. We do know he can gain places though, just like Plug, but Michael needs to have a good quality here. He didn't have a good one in Baku.
Just a reminder, Albo has set the same time as Reed here. The 1 minute 42.906. He set the same lap time as Reed. That is very, very skilled to do. But Reed is on his outlap. And if Reed can get some heat into those tyres and definitely sets a great lap time in his last laps, I reckon he can put this on pole. But Albo goes second fast this year and puts his Ferrari into that first row. Reed joined up in the second row with Kalen. And Josh, reminder, he's gone quicker than the Ferrari. Olav is not having a fun time here. Sitting down in 7th. Neither is Arda, but Arda is on his outlap. So, on those soft tyres. So everyone chooses for getting the medium strategy, and they go with the softs. Pretty much the most preferred tyre choice here.
Yeah, I do think that Plug is going to keep this pole position. I don't think anyone's going to beat his time today.
Well, there's only three attempts separating the two. So we will see. Well, never mind 3 attempts. It's 2 attempts between the two drivers. Reed now setting his lap. We were going to go on board with him. We're going to see what he can do. Does he have the pace to get past the Red Bull of Plug? And Arda's on his lap as well. So we're going to have to see what he can do.
Yellow flag. Someone's at a moment up at the top.
Yeah. Reed going up in Eau Rouge now. Down the long straight with DRS open. See what he can do. Put in the first sector. Getting slipstream off the Alfa Romeo, who lets him by. Reed goes faster in the first sector for him. It's not the fastest lap, though, the fastest sector overall. So Plug might just be a bit happy here. This is a very long circuit, so you have to get every inch of perfection of going on to strict qualifying as well.
Okay, this is looking like a really good lap from Reed.
Yeah, definitely. Goes around the big right-handing turn into the start of the second sector. He's looking like a very good lap for Reed. But I don't know if there's a pole-worthy lap, and that's Alba retiring.
He's just about to cross
and
he's past sector 2.
But it's faster sector 2. This could be a pole position lap. Plug needs to get a lap him if he wants to try save the Ferrari. Lets him past of Olav, who's on his out lap. Arda sets the quickest lap of the 1 minute 42.3. So I don't know if Reed's party could be spoiled here with that fastest lap coming in. But he has got the fastest second sector. He goes through the bus chicane.
Reed stick it on pole?
Reed stick it on pole.
No.
Oh! Just off, 2 attempts off. He did go faster than Plug, but he was just off. Oh, wow.
But we've
had another great ending here. Plug will be on his outlap as well, with a couple of seconds to go. Josh retired from qualifying, so Plug, I think, and Olav are the only ones now left to do a lap. So this will be interesting to see from the two. Arda's going to give his teammate slipstream down into Eau Rouge, which will be interesting. There's only 6 seconds left of the qualifying. So these drivers now here on the outlap are doing their fully lap, going through Eau Rouge on the long straight. Arda giving his teammate the slipstream all he can, but he could be giving it his dirty air. He's now going to let him through. Oh, wow. Plug has put the fastest first sector. He's going to do what he's going to do in Canada. I believe strongly he's going to do what he did in Canada.
Oh, no, that ruins it for Olav.
So Olav doesn't get a second chance. Olav doesn't get a second chance. Plug still has his chance. Remember, it's a very long circuit on strict corner cutting. So this will be an interesting quality lap here without any invalidation for Plug. He was unlucky here in Canada. Can he now stick his car on pole to make it a Red Bull 1-2 in qualifying?
Can Plug redeem himself from Imola? Oh no, he can't!
Oh no! He's failed it again!
The commentator's curse.
He was again! Plug. He again! Oh! This man is...
He can't catch a break.
Unlucky. Arda making sure his teammate is fine and okay after spinning it. Oh! This man cannot catch a break. He was doing so well. Oh, wow. That definitely would have been, again, a pole-setting lap.
He would have set pole as well. Oh, no. This is not what you want to see.
Oh, that is unlucky. Plug frustrated. Definitely would be. Again, that would have probably been the pole sitting lap.
Yeah.
Very, very would be. He was unlucky in Imola. Definitely unlucky in Imola. Where he could have again set that lap on pole. And Reed keeps second place. Reed will definitely, hopefully, can get a good run down into turn 1 on Arda. But we know Arda's qualities.
It's not all bad for Plug though, because if Plug can get a good start, he can send it down the outside of Reed and go for the switchback. We know Plug likes to go for the switchbacks. Plug is a ballsy racer, as we saw in Baku. Plug sent it multiple times on people. So can he send it on Reed in turn 1? I don't think he will, but he has the capabilities to do
Yeah.
that.
Right, so here's the starting grid for the race. We have Arda sitting on pole position with Reed, only 2 tenths off though, in second place, sets the first row, with Plug and Albo setting the second row between them two, and the final row between 5th and 6th will be Kalen and Michael sitting in 5th and 6th. So that is very interesting. Olav, disappointing from the Norwegians, sits 8th place. Oof, not looking good for him there. Definitely be difficult to turn 1, but let's hope he can save it here. And for Ferrari, hope they can save it. Jalen will be hoping for something between them two there, because they are in a championship fight. They are in a championship fight, definitely with a McLaren for the team. They are leading the Constructor Championships, I'm pretty sure. And they're hoping that McLaren don't get anything good today between the two.
Yeah, it's raining.
Oh,
Wow, that
it's
throws
a
full
wet.
throws
This
a
is a
spanner in the
twist.
works.
This is a twist. We go wet into the race. This will be definitely interesting. Turn 1 will be way more interesting. People are going to have their day setups. So this definitely ruins some people's race. Oh, wow. So Spa, 4.3 I should say, mile circuit. 22 laps of racing, and it's wet. Will it look like it could go dry towards the end of the race? We don't know. Building up, people are going down their formation laps now. So this will be the most interesting.
There's not a formation lap, is there? Oh no. Oh,
No,
sorry.
it's a
No,
formation
I
lap.
thought there was no formation lap.
Yeah, it's a formation lap. It's full wets. Everyone full wets. Wow. This is going to be probably the most interesting, interesting race of the season, because these two, everyone on wets. It's a wet race. Possibility with a dry, I don't know. There's no information on that. Definitely on the no information board here with F1, which I think in the next game they should add that. If you're doing things like these on the online races, should have for the definitely with the spectators.
I'll go and ask during the after the turn 1 commotions happen. I will go and ask a driver.
Yeah.
What the weather forecast looks like, and I'll get back to you on that one, because if it's full wet the whole way through, this could be a very boring race.
Yeah. Very interesting. Like we said, this is going to be a works in the spanner here. Drivers aren't going to really push as hard as they are going to do. Wow. This definitely throws some works in the spanner for some teams. We're looking at the predicted pit stop strategy. It looks like it's going to be full wet throughout, most likely to one stop, going towards lap 11 to pit for another set of wet tyres. The wet tyres won't last the entire race. So you're looking at a pit stop for lap 11.
So that means
there's a safety car.
There will be no... It will just be rain the whole way through then.
Well, that's only our guess here, but that's with the predicted. That's how we're going to go with off the predicted pit stop strategy. But hopefully it does dry up, because that'll definitely again throw some work into the spanner on some teams.
And it will help the racing as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's that. Why does it say Arda is not in the session? Oh, Arda isn't in the session. Okay. Oh no, Arda's been.
Arda is in the I'm pretty sure he isn't. No, he's been disqualified from earlier on. So
That's
Reed,
not going to help him.
Reed, hoping he could get a great start into turn 1, I should say. Hoping he could get a great start into turn 1. Hopefully trying to get a great angle on some drivers here, because we can't go on to Arda because of the disqualification.
No, we can though. Oh, it's blocked by the trees. No, it's not.
Yeah. So we go 5 red lights, and away we go off in Spa Frank de Champs.
Brilliant start.
Audra quickly thinking to cover off Reed. Reed gets a great start though, up into P1. Arda loses out and down to P2, Plug into P2, Albo into P.
That's Sam. Mayo flipped.
Yeah, Kalen flips up in the air. Definitely some debris flying around. Should be easy to Olaf to get past. No safety car. Olaf goes wide.
What
Definitely will be
unbelievable
damage.
scenes.
Definitely will be damage. Oh, wow, at the back will be interesting. And that's Reed getting overtaken by Albo and Plug. Plug takes the lead of the race in Belgium today. And Albo looking to quick to go find some cover to go overtake him. Definitely not good for the championship lead here. 1 second gap between Arda and Michael.
And that's a yellow
Now
flag.
P1. Yeah,
That's Callum.
yellow flag. Callum off. Callum is off, but he's not out of the race. Doesn't look like he hasn't got any damage, so there won't be any safety car on lap 1.
Albert is sending it through everyone.
Up into P5. That's a great start from the Alpine. Michael now 1.1 seconds away from Reed. Michael trying to keep his championship hopes alive. Definitely gets Albo, who had very, very poor luck in Baku, who crashed out in lap 1. So
Yeah. Sam though,
Arda is
struggling.
back. Arda is back. So he'll definitely try and capitalise on those from his AI's mistake being a bit slow into turn 1. But yeah, very interesting. Plug up into first, Albo up into second, Reed's dropped down to third, Kalen drops down to 7th. Lost some time there. Definitely lost some positions.
Yeah. What haven't we had on that one? We've had a car flip. We've had 3 wide
Albo looks to
through
send
a
it.
rouge.
Albo is going to pit onto lap 4. Does he think it's full wet conditions or it could be intermediate touring? We're going to see what tyre he definitely picks for this. Is he going to stick on the full wets? That's also Sam pitting
think he will.
and the Alfa Romeo pitting,
Yeah.
obviously, because the Alfa Romeo did flip in the air.
Oh, he's on the Inters.
Inters, it looks like intermediates already. Doesn't look like it's for full wet conditions just yet. Reed now
Right.
trying to catch up. Will other people follow Ferrari and go with the intermediate tyres? We didn't know. No, everyone else has chosen to stick on the full wets. The people who
I'll
have
go and ask
pitted.
some of the drivers now. So the weather forecast.
Alright, so we'll come back later with Chaz with that update. So now, Reed trying to capitalise, trying to force Plug onto any mistakes here. Michael sitting right behind, riding on board with Dave Plug here. 6 times separates the gaps here between Reed. Reed must have had a mistake here to be 1 second behind. That's poor from him. That is very poor.
Okay, so we've had word just in. Full wet for the whole race, apart from the last couple of laps. So we'll have a 5-lap
Michael
shootout
gets
when
past.
it is dry.
Yeah, Michael gets past, but I'm pretty sure Reed is disconnected, so it doesn't help him at all. He's losing massive amounts of times due to that disconnection. So now,
That's Reed's bad luck we're talking about.
yeah, definitely. So Albert will be up into a podium place, and Kalen trying to fight Albert off to try and get that podium place, as long as Reed can get back quickly as he can with internet connections. Albert defending Karen off massively to see if he can get that podium spot. Alpine looking they could be back to their best here. Albert getting promoted. Never mind, Reed has joined back, so he'll be definitely into that race. Kane looks to send it down into turn to the push up chicane. Albert defending off as best as he can. Reed is going to be holding up. Plug has the fastest lap. Oh, that's Albert spins. Albert spins off. Albert spins off.
No.
Oh, that's unlucky from Albert. That puts Kalen under no pressure. But speaking of no pressure, Olaf just decides to send it on Kalen and gets past him. He goes 4th place. Mackenzie goes 6th. Poor Albert. That is his race ruined. He has a damaged front end plate, so he'll be slower than everybody else. So Mr. Basil slats on the new wet tyres. Hang on a second. These intermediate tyres look like they're quicker than the wets. Maybe.
Yeah, because Albo
just
is
maybe.
gaining positions.
Yeah.
There's
It's defending him off. It looks like it's just...
They're about to go 3 wide here. There's 3 of them all fighting for P8.
Yeah.
Shrek went on
Oh,
DVD.
and they've touched.
Shrek
And
runs down.
they've touched. And they've
Yeah.
made... And they made contact. That is seemingly
That's Shrek's fault
unlucky.
there.
Yeah. Just decides to send it where it doesn't need to be sent, and nothing Albo could do. Doubles his sector 1 again.
Sector 1.
Mr. Basil is off. People are struggling here in the dry, and he's missing another end plate. That is not good for him. Not good at all. And
Did you
Albo,
say dry?
no, I didn't mean that. yeah, they used their dry setups, didn't they, in qualifying?
Oh,
You
yeah.
wasn't expecting these wet conditions. So definitely a bit of a dodgy work. Albon making up times on these
Yeah,
intermediates.
Mr.
So
Basil
does it look
is
like
struggling.
yeah. So does it look like it's the intermediate crossover for these intermediates and these wet tyres? Because Albo's making good time. He's stuck behind Mackenzie, but he will get past here. The AI is landing through to 5th, 6th here. So far for Ferrari. Kylan running up into 2nd, into 4th place. Reed is now cut back up with Michael and Plug. Michael makes a little mistake here. A little bit dodgy. 1 second's the gap, 1.8
Michael's going
seconds
to
the gap
send
between.
it. No, he's not.
Quickest lap
That's
goes to Reed.
Oof. Oh, and Mackenzie was now pitting. I don't know if he has damage.
Yeah,
The McLaren driver.
Olaf is
I will
pitting. I
check.
think he's going on to the intermediates as well.
Yep.
It
Oh, and
looks like
Omar's
an
retired
Olaf.
from the session.
Yeah, Omar's retiring.
Is that a safety car? Because if it is,
Oh,
it
okay,
has
Olaf
helped
has started.
Mackenzie.
I think yes, it's intermediate times. It's intermediate times. Olaf has pitted for the intermediate. So has Mackenzie's followed in. Yeah, it does look like it's intermediate time. No, doesn't look like it's any time yet for a safety car.
But Plug needs to push away now. He needs to pull away from the pack, because if he wants to take that gamble and go on those intermediates, he has to start gapping, because you lose 17 seconds in the pits. We don't know how much more you're going to lose because of the rain, but...
Who else has gone to those intermediate tyres? Albert's taken the risk, but he did have damage, so he will be lower than the rest. It definitely looks like it's...
That's the Alpine.
Yeah. Oof. It definitely looks like it's intermediate times. If you've got the big drivers going onto those intermediate tyres, you definitely have to reckon it is intermediate time. Yeah. Olaf pushing that AI through.
Mr. Basil, who is staying on the full wet. So
yeah.
some drivers guessing going for an alternate strategy.
Yeah. Kudos to Michael though. He's made up 4 positions since the start of the race, and we're on lap 4. The AI of Arda is just defending like crazy against Olaf. That is big balls from the AI. Very. Really expect it, and he's off again.
Basil.
It looks like he'll be get lapped anyway. Yeah, so we've got 4 positions up so far here for Michael. Reed has lost a position, and there's the big lads now pitting. Shrek pitting sector 2 and sector 3, and it's a safety car.
Yep.
So it's the perfect time to pit for those intermediate tyres now, and people have got it right. The big 4 have got it right so far, and they will be switching to those intermediate tyres. Reed onto them, Michael into them, Plug onto them. This will be big. So it does look like it's a crossover for intermediate times. Everyone coming to the pit, so the big kerfuffle here.
Can they last?
The people who pitted first have got to gain advantage, as Albo is now ahead of Plug, who has to get those heat into those tyres. So this will be interesting. Everyone now onto those crossover. Arda's the only person out on wet tyres. I'm pretty sure with Callum will be pitting looking like it. No, he's not. Callum's sticking out on those wet tyres. He doesn't think it's a crossover point just yet. So everyone on inters. Ooh, this will be looking oozy. Here, lap 5, safety car, changing to the intermediate tyres. 3 DNF so far.
Who hasn't pitted then? Callum hasn't pitted, and Arda's on his AI, but
yeah,
Callum, I don't think he's been told what to do, but yep, everyone apart from Callum really, because Arda can't really control it because he's not in the race, but
yeah.
This does make things a bit faster, because intermediates are the faster tyre.
Oh, wow. So, this definitely helps some drivers now. Intermediates is the way to go. Everyone's on them. And towards the end of the race, as we heard from your information, we're looking at
5 laps.
Yeah, 5 laps. Looking at the information towards the end of the race, we have heard that it is going to dry up towards the end of the race. So definitely will help some drivers who are quicker on the dry than they are in the wet.
Another safety car in, not this lap, but the next safety car might be him.
Hearing information, radio information from Callum that he's told his team that he's staying on those wets because it looks like the track's going to get wetter and wetter. So he's confused why everyone's on those intermediate tyres.
Yeah, I mean, if it does get wetter and wetter, could this be a Callum masterclass?
Yeah, Callum masterclass. Keeps up with the rest of the pack. Definitely will be.
Arda has left.
Arda's left again. He's against these poor Wi-Fi connections for him.
But Albo, this pit stop has benefited Albo the most. He's gained 3 positions from it.
It's 5-second penalty for him for ignoring yellow flags. Pretty sure that letting the driver through.
Yeah, the person who has I told you, the person, he had good luck all the way through Baku. He had no bad luck, but the safety car couldn't have come at a worse time for Reed. He chose to stick. He chose to stay out, and he has lost 2 positions because of it.
Yeah. Well, if the track is going to get wetter and wetter, these intermediate runners aren't going to be happy that they're going to make another pit stop, and these other pit stops are going to have to ruin their race a bit here.
And that puts Callum in P1.
Yeah.
Safety car should be in this lap, so who do you think will come out on top after the safety car restart?
After the safety car restart, it would look like on the fresher tyre basis, I'll go with Plug. Definitely because it's on the fresher tyres. But Albo has got those tyres more heated than any of the driver on this track. So, we'll be interested. But by far, this is looking like a very, very good race. Definitely for a championship battle.
Yeah, I do. This has been interesting. I told you there'd be a safety car, and there has been one.
Safety car on the 5th lap. Probably due to the fact of the 2 DNFs. That's probably the reason why it set it off.
Yeah.
But can I just say, this puts Albert back in contention into the running of the race because he was doing really, really well. Then he spun it obviously on that bus stop chicane, which you need to get right if you're going easier, if you're going hard on the pedal. Definitely. As an ex-driver of me and yourself, we obviously would know the difficulties. Definitely in the wet of the bus stop chicane will be for the other drivers.
There we go. Confirmation safety car is in this lap. So,
yes.
Albo leading the field.
Yeah.
Where do you think? Do you think you'll go early, go late? What are your predictions?
I think we were going a bit late here for Albo. He's definitely slowed down the pack. And obviously with these new safety car regulations coming in, but you can't go side by side with everybody. We call it the Max Verstappen tactic. So we'll be.
What a race from him today, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. He had a strong race today in Imola. Max Verstappen in real life. It was a 1-2 for Red Bull as well, and he got a Grand Slam. Pretty sure.
Oh, he did. He did. So he got the fastest lap. No.
Mistakes.
He didn't lead every lap, did he?
Oh no, he didn't.
Because he pitted and then people were ahead of him. Yeah.
So Albo gets us off the safety car restart. He's flying ahead of Plug. Gets the way well.
The start from Albo.
Olaf getting up into P5. Gets past the Alfa Romeo easy. Contact between Reed and Michael. So that gives Olaf the opportunity to get past. It slows him down. Yellow flag. I'm guessing that's Kaelin's off, and so is his teammate. Oh, not looking good there for the Alfa Romeos. Plug goes wide on thingy. More Reed. We're on board with him. Gets a good exit round into Eau Rouge. So on the long straight, Michael sets himself up to defend on the outside line.
Reed's going to outbrake him.
Reed's going to go the long way round, and he gets it done. Gets it done. What do you expect from Reed?
Olaf's going to go on Michael.
Olaf, the world champion, tries something and he doesn't pay off. He tries to go the long way around like Reed did, but didn't have enough straight to do it. So Michael will now have to defend 4th place. He's off the podium spot here in this race. Olaf needs to find definitely a good run down into turn 12 and 13, going to the quick right left-handing turn there. Callum,
Sam
up to
is about to
P7.
make the move on Callum.
Yeah. Well, it depends whether the wet tyres are the quicker tyres and the intermediates are the quicker tyres, because it seems like these inters are
Of us,
looking
yeah.
quicker.
Oh, and yeah, that is Sam. He's
Pulling
going to
off the
send
move,
it down
he's
the
going to
inside of
send it,
Callum.
and it
That's a bit
works.
dangerous.
It was dangerous, but it works. Not
Yeah.
really that much contact between the two. I definitely think those wet tyres for now are the slowest tyre, but this could be a good strategy worth for Callum if
Oh, and Callum
if it
has gone
does.
wide.
Yeah. The times doesn't seem like they're showing up for me at all. What are the times showing up for you here? 3-second
I will
penalty for Callum.
tell you.
Pretty sure.
Hold on, let me just get this up. Nope, it's not showing up for me either.
Yeah, they only got the times, yeah. 1 second gap between the leader for Plug. That's looking decent for Albo, who's trying to find that gap between the two.
They are showing up, yep. Every driver has gone...
Callum drops down to P10. Yeah, it doesn't look like these wet tyres. Yeah,
every
it doesn't
driver
look
has
like...
gained, so...
Yeah. Doesn't look like these wet tyres are the ready tyres. And Arders finally came back and is on those intermediate tyres now. But if it shows me if the AI wasn't ready to pit for those intermediate tyres, is Callum right? Does he have this strategy played out right for him?
Yeah, we'll have to see then. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. So Mackenzie is now caught up to Olav to see if he can get separate Olav for his teammate Michael to slow him down a bit and definitely be worth a fight. Reed is finally now caught up to Plug. He's now 8 tenths away from the Red Bull driver. Red Bull hoping for a great weekend here in Spa. They definitely had a decent one for Plug. Maybe not so for Arda. Definitely with internet issues again. They're definitely going quicker, these intermediate tyres. They're going 1 second quicker, these intermediate tyres runners. On every single one of them. And we're going to go run on board here with Mackenzie, who is 4 tenths behind Olav. Try and find a slip stint on him. Is he going to pull it off somewhere in the bus stop chicane? Does he try and send it? No, he doesn't.
He can't.
Is he going to be a bit
Plug's got
patient?
a very good exit.
Yeah.
Mackenzie's
going to be patient here. We're on board with Mackenzie. We're going to see what his telemetry is looking like. He has 80 ERS. And he is taking it a bit easy on the pedals, so he isn't going to get the best exit down into turn 1 or down into turn 3 or 2. So definitely not so good for him. Olav separates that gap now. He's definitely a 1 second gap between the two. Callum decides now it's time to go on these intermediate tyres. It's now the right time. Unless, yeah. Thinks it's the right time now.
If these drivers want any chance to overtake, and they need to rely on sheer pace or mistakes from the other drivers, because we don't have DRS enabled because it is wet.
So, Josh, great overtake on Albert, sends it down the inside, allows Kalen to overtake Albert as well. Albert just defends it off to keep 9th place. Yeah, cracking overtake there from Josh, round the outside of Albert, and gets it done nicely.
Albert's struggling though, his line's a bit off.
Yeah. And seeing like the wet's not suited for everybody. Definitely for some. We had a few penalties today in today's race. Only a few penalties. Definitely with some with 3 seconds. So that's hopes for good signs. Good signs.
Kalen's going to send it down the inside of Albert. They've touched.
No damage.
Come off really. Numbers come bad though, and that's a very good save from Kalen there.
Yeah.
He hit the curb. He was spinning, but he's got very good car control. He did save it. I'll just read out the penalties. So we've got Mackenzie with a 3 second penalty, Albert with a 3 second penalty, Kalen with a 3 second penalty, and Callum with a 3 second penalty. So no one with many major penalties.
Three-way fight now for first place here. Three-way fights. Only 4 attempts separating first and second, and 8 attempts separating third. So what the first, second, and third here definitely have a great gap on third place, fifth place, and sixth. So it looks like it's just them three for the running to win this race. If he does get by the end.
when everyone was practicing, I don't think they were practicing for wet. So fair play to all the drivers for
Yeah.
doing okay so far.
We've got to go on board with Reed to see what's happening in front between the two. 3 tenths separating. Plug looks like to go send one on Albo, but he doesn't. He's going to be a bit patient. Could he
Mackenzie
wait?
is going to send it on Olav.
Oh, Mackenzie going to go the long way around into turn 8. A little bit of contact, but it doesn't really matter. And they've touched. Oh, great save by Mackenzie from that little touch, and it's now a McLaren 5 and 4. Oh, people are getting penalties now with corner cutting. It's not very healthy, this sport, to keep in touch with each other. Kylan's going to send it down the inside of Albert. Albert gives him room. It's a great sender by Kylan. Oh, and they touch. Oh, and that is... Albert is not out of this race, but they've touched. They have touched. Yeah, they have touched, and Albert's running backwards. He's going to be a bit angry with that one. But it keeps him in 10th place.
Oh no.
Yeah, you've just missed it. Kylan sent it down the inside. It was leaving looking good. Albert turns inside of Kylan and sets Albert to spin, but he did save the car. There's no damage to it. Hopefully there isn't, because that'd be a shame for him.
Yeah,
as Callum closes up on him now, trying to get a point here for the Williams team.
Yeah, Plug is going to send it. I think he's going to make the move on Albo in the next couple of laps, so keep watching the battle for first.
Yeah. Turn 1 isn't fine. Can Albo get a great move? Oh, there was damage between Olav in the end with Mackenzie, because he's coming into the pit stops now. He's going to pit again. Definitely has wing damage, Olav. Not great looking for the world champion. Pit again for the intermediate tyres. We only have 3 of these intermediate tyres, so they have to time these pit stops well. And obviously with the wing damage, you can't really help it. Plug doesn't send anything down into turn 5. Albert corner cutting here, keeping his turning. He's spinning all over the place. This is not good for Albert at all. It nearly turned into Callum, but Callum corrects Albert to a right position. Albert looking a bit frustrated. Yeah, Albert's not happy. He's spinning all over the place. And
he's
Callum...
lost his head. Yeah, that's not good for the Alpine team.
Yeah.
And Sam hasn't had any stinkers this race, so could it just be the bad luck?
Apart from turn 1 where you had that little kerfuffle where he did hit into the Alfa Romeo, which made the Alfa Romeo flip slightly. That's definitely
and that's
trouble.
a yellow flag. That is the Alpine who's gone off the track. He's stopped on the side. He's not moving, and he's causing a safety car.
Yeah, he's not moving. Yeah, it's a safety car.
No. I don't like that.
That's caused a safety car.
Just
as Plug was getting as close as he can to Albo.
Well, we've just seen that in the flesh. What are we going to do about it? We need to...
Well, obviously that'll be taken down to the stewards. Oh, Plug was
really bad pitting,
but no.
You cannot do that. That's...
But if anything, I reckon this is a saving grace for Arda. Definitely a saving grace.
Yeah, but that's not in the rules. You cannot... Oh, God.
Yeah,
you can't cause a safety car.
Really taking the opportunity now, this safety car to put on fresh intermediate tyres. So does Sam. Oh, and Kylan spins it down the bus stop chicane.
No.
But he saves the car well. No damage intended. And he does get past the one Mercedes. Does he get past the other, though? Right.
Oh yeah, and that's Albert the 3-second penalty. He deserves more. He deserves a black flag. You cannot do what he just did.
So definitely gave him the opportunity to go pit, come out the tyres well, and have an opportunity to get back into this race, which is appalling, to be honest. But he does have a 14-second penalty. Any more penalties, he will be disqualified from the race altogether, not by us or anything. He will be disqualified from the game. The game will disqualify him. So...
Yeah, I don't think he will... That's surely a race ban or something.
Well, looks like it will be stuck heavily if he's causing a safety car on purpose.
I mean, we can clearly see it
And he's out
because
the race. He
yeah,
drives straight
good,
into the pit wall.
and
That's
that's
shocking and appalling.
yeah,
Shocking and appalling
good.
from him today.
He can hear us probably because I think he's watching it. So if you can hear us, Albert, mate, you're just dirty. Come on, can't do that.
Well, apart from that downside, it's been a decent race, definitely for if you're looking at a neutral perspective.
Yeah.
And you have no favourite teams. This is looking a great race. It's P5, P4 so far. P3, I should say. P3 and P4 so far for the McLaren team, who it looks like now to extend their lead. Yeah.
10
Looks
laps
to expand their
remaining.
lead. 10 laps remaining. Wow. To be fair, not as much as expecting, driving. You just think that people are just wiping out each other on purpose or not. It's been a decently clean race. We had some, obviously, bang of tyres and obviously a little bit of damage with thingy. But it's racing. It's some of things like that are going to happen overall.
Yeah, we'd like to see that, but not what Albert did.
Yeah. Right, so radio information coming in from the Mercedes team. It's going to be a clear patch in about 10 minutes' time, so definitely on vid looking like the last lap. Yeah.
Just... If it could come now, we could have a 10-lap sprint on softs till the end. That would be ideal, but we're not going to get it, are we? That is what we want, but we're not going to get it.
Yeah. We really do want to know these wet tyres informations and obviously the weather, but the game doesn't include it for some reason. Sometimes it does show you the weather information, sometimes it doesn't, and we really haven't had it this season. So it definitely was commentating or the tyre wear or any kind. So maybe this is hopefully we can hope in the new game to see that if you're doing things like this. And oh, Reed is out.
No.
Reed is out of the race.
How?
Reed is out of the race. What has happened here? What has happened there? We're going to see from Arda's perspective, because he will be going past Reed. What has happened there? Championship contender is out of the race. More spectacular. Oh, looks like he spun it. Looks like he spun it into the wall.
I have said this, I jinxed it, I think. I said he's had good luck all the way through Azerbaijan. And I said it needs to stop somehow.
Oh, great drifting. Today. Great drifting there by Kalen. Sam will need to give back the position to Kalen due to that drift. But maybe not, because it was a drift and he was trying to save the car. So, give Sam an extra position, but maybe to give a position back, but it doesn't look like it, because he did almost spin the car. So, it would be a bit dangerous to slow it right there and right then.
I don't know, I'm watching the replay of Albert and Kalen. They go wheel to wheel.
Yeah.
And
safety car in this lap, Chaz, safety car in this lap. Oh, wow! Okay. And Albo goes so unexpectedly slow, it gives Michael a damage from wing.
No, you can't do that, can you?
Albo went slow. Obviously, he probably wasn't expecting the safety car in this lap. He tried to do his tactics, and Michael just plows himself into plug. So definitely
has Michael got damage?
Michael has lost. Michael has full front wing damage.
Oh, no,
He's into the pits. He's into the pits. The championship contender into the pits. So we go red lights, Mackenzie onto the podium. There's only one Mercedes runner now, so Sam will have to find his way to get himself into that podium to give Mercedes some points. McLaren hoping to get some great points here on Ferrari, because Ferrari are on 6th and 1st, so definitely getting some good points. Plug lost some time on that safety car restart. 1.3 seconds the gap. Josh looking to gain more time, going for a slipstream down onto the straights. onto this very long straight. It's definitely would be more interesting with DRS.
Yeah, these podium places, all of these drivers are in the midfield. Any one of them could get it. Mackenzie, Jenga Boy, Sam, even Callum.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm going to rule Olav and Michael out of the podium. But
Olaf's not that far away though from that podium position. He's only
I didn't see how far away he was. Yeah, I think
yeah.
All of those drivers, you could say they could get a podium, but
Plug is just making more and more mistakes since the safety cars come in, and it's definitely setting back a few. Not looking good for the Red Bull. He goes slightly wide into the quick left-handing turn, which is a long left-handing turn, may I just say.
we have got Plug though. He has 8 lap old.
So Mackenzie trying to jump him down him. Oh, great defence there by Plug. But will it be the same defensive job as he looks like he's struggling now more and more as this race goes on? Mackenzie covered by the wets. He is could struggle to see here. Obviously, but the rain light is helping him a bit to gather through. He's getting a slipstream here, heading into the bus stop chicane. Oh, Mackenzie slightly goes wide. He has to worry about the Alfa Romeo behind him as well. As we are on board, he decides to send it. Oh,
what's he doing?
Little contact touch of the bang of the tyres. But it does pay off. He saves the car into it, and that gives Josh an opportunity to get on the podium. It's a podium place for the Alfa Romeo so far in this race. He gets past thingy. Sam sends it down the inside.
Sam's coming down the inside of Mackenzie. This is
Mackenzie's lost the position. Yeah, bad for worse. And Callum looks like he's going to send it down at Eau Rouge. Can he get his time right? Oh, Mackenzie timed it well to defend well. And never mind that, Josh needs to gain some more time now on Plug, because Plug has made some crucial mistakes here. Second looks like it could be a elbow win.
Callum's going round the outside. Here comes Callum. He's going to send it
Callum
down the inside
sends
on
it.
Mackenzie.
Oh, goes to the short way in. Mackenzie defends off really, really well. Wow. What an interesting lap this has been. Definitely the last two. Josh, 1/10 away from the Red Bull. Looks to go sending yellow flags, looking around.
No,
That's Olav.
Don't be a safety car. Okay, good. Because I
Olav
think Josh is
looks
going
like
to
he saved the
overtake
car.
Plug here. I think Josh is going to send it down the inside.
Plug is going to send it down the inside. Plug defends it well. Remember, with the wet, definitely with the wet in it, anything can happen in the wet. Oh, he goes in a quick left-hander. Just, Plug holds on to second place. This is the most... it looks like the most interesting battle for second place I've seen this season. Josh has nothing to lose. Plug has something to lose, and that is a championship fight with every single one, because this definitely puts it back in contention. But Josh definitely trying to put this Alfa Romeo best of the rest, or even heck, puts the Alfa Romeo team into the best team. He slightly goes on the grass, concedes the position to Plug. He had to. He had nothing to do. Sam's probably in sector 3 again with Olav not having the best of luck here. Callum gets past Sam. Oh wow! Cuts the corner a bit. Oh, and they've touched.
No, but they've touched.
And they've touched. It starts to down now, and Mackenzie to get past both of them now. Sam must be furious. Whoa! I definitely would be furious.
Sam's going down the inside though.
Sam goes down the inside. It's very clear from Sam. Mackenzie who slightly loses it, which made Sam lose his position. Round the outside of Callum. Sends on Mackenzie. Callum starts his car into 4th place. Slits the William there. Wow. Sam must be furious. It must have happened down to the bus stop chicane. Mackenzie gets down to the good run down into turn.
Callum's weaving
down
like
along
crazy
straight.
on the straight.
Mackenzie, is he going to send it? Is he going to go to the long side down?
He's going to go for the switchback. There is no room, and he's hit the back of Callum's car, and he's gone for it again.
Oh, Mackenzie's going to send it again. Great defending. It's a 3-second penalty. So that does move up Josh into a second place position, and Josh is going to go on the long side. Oh, he sends him to the wall, and that's Plug out. Wow, Plug has just did something incredibly stupid. He's an incredibly stupid. I'll leave virtual safety car for now.
Wait, so can you tell me through what happened
incredibly stupid. And Josh is sent into the wall. That is not good for him at all.
I think he's done that on purpose. Why would he drive off like that? What has happened here? This sends Mackenzie. Callum is in with a chance to get the podium. Callum is in the podium position. What happened there with Jenga Boy? Can you tell me?
So basically, looking at it, Callum's gone wide and Callum's off track as well. Everyone's losing it now. For some reason, everyone's losing it.
Do you box and put some mediums on or some softs?
Nah, it's looking a bit too drive for penalty. Yeah, it's a full safety car. Everyone went off and everything. So basically, what happened with the plug situation? Plug went really wide, which this didn't help Josh, and Josh went along with him, and Plug got the worst of the situation, smacked himself into the wall, and Plug looked like Josh got a bit of wing damage, and it didn't help the situation to go across the line enough to go in for past that quick left-hander and puts them both out the race. He's such unlucky there from the Avraman team, running second place. What happened with Plug? Plug went straight into the wall and lost his rear tyre.
Oh, so it wasn't anyone's fault?
No, it was more Plug's it was Plug's fault. It was Plug's fault. Definitely Plug's fault. Oh, and one driver, very confusing decision.
Mediums, I told you to get send it and go for the mediums.
Very confusing.
What's he got to lose?
That's a very good point. There's some good points for his team, definitely. It looks really wet out there still. And it doesn't look like it's good enough to be on those medium.
I'll go on board with him and see.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not struggling up a Rouge.
No. I mean,
the safety car is going to be in for another 2 more laps. Yeah. Could the rain completely stop the track?
And drivers have said definitely on the radio as well that this track was going to get dry. Olav's on softs. Okay, so this
Sam got mediums. Can he do maths?
Must have ran out of soft tyres towards the end. Wow.
This race has lived up to the hype. Wow, we've had everything. What hasn't this race? The start with what this race hasn't had. It hasn't had. I don't know. What hasn't this race had? Cleanness.
I mean,
we had a bit of that, but there's been a bit of dirty driving.
A little bit, yeah. I'm just incredibly confused here. What Sam and Olav risking it. I mean, say people haven't got nothing to lose. Olav's got something to lose. I mean, if he's timed this right,
Olav's got a title to lose.
Yeah, but if Olav has timed this right, really right, just right enough, this would have put him into a win contention because Sam obviously on the slower set tyres.
Arda is pitting. Arda's put a new set of inters on. Okay. So, Arda isn't going to go for the gamble that Olav and Sam have made. This makes the last, 5 laps? Very interesting indeed.
Yeah, Spa Frankenstein. It's a 2-3 so far for the McLaren drivers. But obviously, Mackenzie has a drive-through. Mackenzie has a drive-through, so he will have to serve it. He will have to serve his drive-through at the end towards this race. Sam's coming back into the pits. I don't think he's ready for the medium tyres. I don't think the track is ready enough for it. So Sam's pitting.
So Mackenzie's got to do his drive-through.
Nah, he must have wing damage or something. No, he doesn't have wing damage.
Mackenzie's got to do his drive-through. That puts Sam...
Weird for Sam. He sets himself on the medium tyres.
Listen, you've got Mackenzie with a drive-through.
Yeah. Callum
He'll go right to the bottom. Callum will go up to P3.
Yeah.
For 3 laps.
With a 6-second penalty, it wouldn't really matter between Kylan or anything, because he will stay into P3. Michael, obviously, he has to use all his talents he's got. He's a very talented driver, Michael, and if he can use all he has, if he uses all his talents the best in this rain, he could get past Albo. It does look like the rain. It looks like just a little bit of spits of rain here, but it's not. It's still good enough of rain to keep the track wet enough for intermediates. Definitely not for stuff like dry tyres and that stuff just yet. Not for the slicks, just yet. I reckon.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of people complaining with the FAA things, but yep, Sam has kept his mediums on, so he doesn't. I guess he doesn't think that he needs to change them. So that's going to be interesting.
Alright, so, Arda. I mean, Arda has nothing to lose today. He's had internet issues and he's going to be on the soft tyres because it looks like he's finally came back.
He's not in the race, is he, Arda? I don't think.
No, he is because he's just bit for soft tyres.
Oh, wow. So, and Arda has got a drive-through. So Arda and Blue, Mackenzie, sorry, have got drive-throughs. So that bumps everyone up a place. Would it be? Could you say who's in the best chance to get on the podium? Olaf. Safety car's in this lap. Okay.
Yeah, Olaf or Sam. Olaf or Sam, definitely.
I mean, Callum, is he still on those full wets, Callum? No, he's not. You go on board with the top two, I'll go on board with the midfield pack. I'll keep up to date on them. You watch the top two.
Right. Albo needs a good run exit. I'm on board with Michael. Looking like Albo saying he's on AI mode. So is he gonna have the AI to do it?
Then Mackenzie's not doing his drive-through. Oh no, it's Michael!
Oh, Michael nearly spun it. Should let his teammate through now. Callum is going to capitalise on that. Callum's going to capitalise on that. Is he? Oh, and the two teammates. Oh, little bit of contact between the three. Just getting through. He's now gone through. He is now third place. Michael had a little mistake.
He has no damage.
Michael looks like he's struggling. Michael looks like he's really struggling here. It looks like he's had a plug case, as I'm going to call it.
Oh, that's a yellow flag, and that's Sam who's retired.
Sam
and Olaf's gone round.
Yeah,
they cannot cope on these. They cannot cope on
those
these
tyres weren't. I did say these tyres weren't ready just yet. Not just yet. It was intermediate ready still. But I do have information. The rain has stopped, so the track will be getting dry towards the end, definitely.
Wow.
Maybe was it contact between the guys? Was it contact?
Nope, they're just going up a rouge, put the throttle down too hard, bang into the wall.
So is it no trouble in
Sam's
sector
not
one?
moving though. So I know Sam's out, sorry.
No safety car towards the end. So this is going to be a fight towards the end. Callum doesn't seem like he has the pace of Michael and Albo, so he will just take this third place, to be honest. He's just going to take it like a champ.
Yep, he will get it, I think. He will get a podium, because the people have drive-throughs. Arda has got rid of his drive-through.
Yeah. That's Olaf sent, and Olaf spins again.
That's a yellow flag,
These tyres weren't ready just yet.
Keep watching Olaf, though. Okay, I thought he was stopping on the track to cause a safety car.
Nah.
I'll keep a watch on him.
As we ride on board within the top two races here.
Doing his drive-through
Mackenzie's doing his drive-through. Callum running into the podium place now. This is great for the Williams team. And very good. He had a great weekend in Imola. Didn't race in Baku. And he's having a great weekend here in Belgium, in Spa. Going up Eau Rouge now. Michael makes no mistakes, neither does Albo. Ooh, what Michael needs is DRS down this long straight, then he can definitely get the race lead.
Ooh. Only if it was dry.
Yeah. Would you say this race would have been way more better on the dry than it has been on the wet?
No, to be honest, no, I don't think so. I think the wet conditions has made it interesting. It's been different, and I've loved it, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, Mackenzie's going to keep his 5th place here, that's for sure. So, I think the McLaren team will take 5th and 2nd, definitely today, after some things kerfuffle. But Callum, on a podium, he's made 4 stops.
So he needs a 3-second gap?
He's made the 3rd, yeah. We would have really mattered anyway if it was a 3-second gap or not, because he has got 3 seconds on Kalen, because he has 9-second penalties.
Oh, yeah.
So Callum has made 4 stops. He's made the 3rd most pit stops in today's race, and he's made up 10 positions after crashing
spun again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Crashing.
cannot cope, these people on the slicks, and he's left, yeah. I don't think he wants any more.
And Olav is out. Olav is out with 2 laps of racing, so there won't be a safety car at all, either way.
They tried, it hasn't paid off whatsoever.
Yeah, those soft. Michael sets the fastest lap of a 1:55. Is the AI going to get involved? No, it's not. Between these 2 fabulous drivers racing today, Michael hoping he needs to get a great slipstream down into the. After it, he's hoping for an elbow mistake. No pressure on him today. Michael gets a great exit. Elbow slightly joggles Ooh, gets a slipstream down into this long straight.
Albo's burning his ERS.
Yeah, Albo. Ooh, Michael thought about it, doesn't do anything. He's going to be a bit smart. He's going to pressure Albo into a mistake, trying maybe even cause a penalty towards the end. And never mind, Michael has got a penalty, so Michael's just going to have to settle with 2nd place unless Albo spins, and obviously there's a 3-second gap built towards the lot.
Michael has got more ERS though, so he is going to be faster on the straights.
Michael, I think, is just going to have to take this 2nd place here. We're going to watch him board with Kalen. It doesn't seem like he has the greatest of pace to keep up with Callum, to get past him. Doesn't seem like it. Will really matter. Anyway. Yeah, poor Arda. But he, for somehow, even with his AO and that, he's still 6th place, so drive to survive, innit? Ignoring yellow flag anyway.
Yellow flag.
It looks like
if Michael wants to do a center and crash out Elbow and get the win, why not? I'm joking.
It's ruined his race. Probably ruined his race win. But I think he'll just take 2nd place at the moment. It'll extend his championship lead on Arbo.
3rd place like a win. Callum will take that 3rd place like a win.
Yeah, and Michael decides to send it down the inside into the bus stop chicane, and he gets it well. He holds this. He holds the spin, and Albo holds the position.
Michael and Callum need to be praying that Albo crashes out, because if Callum can get that P2, that would be brilliant for him.
Yeah, definitely brilliant for the Williams team. Callum proving this McLaren team wrong, that they shouldn't have dropped him, and he's definitely proving why. He came 4th here in Imola, and he's now 3rd in Spa. He's proving ever so more why of his talents and why he can be a top range driver.
Albo just needs to keep this clean now. He cannot afford to make any mistakes.
Last lap, no mistake. Albo needs to get every single gear change right, every corner right, no penalty making right, because if he does get a penalty here towards the last lap, it saves Michael's race, saves his race win, and Michael could potentially do what he tried doing into the second to last lap, and try to just send it on the bus stop chicane.
He'll have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. 2 attempts closing in. The crowd of Spa is watching. Albo, the cleanest man on the track without a penalty. So this should be interesting to see. Albo gets that right. Can Michael just about...
No more.
So Michael does have that fastest lap, so he does get 19 points this race. Hopefully no penalty here for Albo coming to the last 3 corners now. Michael, he's got a great exit, to be honest here. If he didn't have that penalty, it'd be a great exit because he's going to send it. Albo defends well. Ooh, this is close. Michael gets a great turn. Oh, Albo down to run down to the finish line, and Albo wins the Belgium Grand Prix. He comes out victorious, and it's a podium position for the Williams team. Callum secures the podium. Wow, he's gonna be delighted. Redemption Day. It's happy days. Williams 3rd place. Errol comes down the finish of the line. McKenzie finishes us off 4th place for Alfa Romeo, 5th and 2nd for the McLaren team and first for the Ferraris.
Callum is the driver of the day. He's
I'm
my
going to agree
driver
with
of
him.
the day.
Yeah, he's my driver of the day too. Wow. Albo is going to be delighted with that first win. We have a win of the season there. He's going to gain that championship point leads on Michael. These two are we're definitely in a fight here for this championship battle. So we head into round 7 next week, heading into Silverstone. And yeah. No, the Netherlands, I should say. We head down to the neighbours next door to the Netherlands on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday, the first race, the second sprint race of the season, will be at Silverstone. Oof.
Cannot wait.
Yes, home races for many, and we shall see why. But Callum gets a podium position. Michael gets a kill second, and Albo wins. Podium celebrations all round. Could have been Reed's fight for the win as well if he didn't lose it on the safety car.
Yeah.
But well-rounded race overall.
Nevertheless.
But wow, what a race. What an ending,
Yeah.
definitely to an ending to a race. But yeah, we'll also see you in the next week's race for the Netherlands, and then we head down to Silverstone, one of the most historic tracks, definitely, within this calendar. Alright, take care, we'll tune in to you next week.